Okay, for this demonstration, this is demonstrating a house in two-point perspective. And first thing you want to do is establish your horizon line, which designates where you have the sky meeting the earth and or where they appear to come together as you look out into the distance. So then you need a vanishing point on the right and the left side, and you want to put them out as far as you can to the right and the left side while still being able to use them. And then you need a vertical line that's going to represent the front nearest edge of this house or this box that we're going to construct. It's going to be the house. And if you're on a standard size piece of paper like 8.5 by 11 or 9 by 12, you know, this vertical line that you're putting between the two vanishing points should be maybe like 2 to 3 inches tall, and it doesn't have to be centered directly between the two vanishing points, but either way, put that one in and make sure that it's perpendicular. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to draw construction lines to the right vanishing point from the top and the bottom of that vertical line, the line that represents that front corner of the house. And then you want to do the same thing to the left vanishing point. So it looks kind of like this diamond shape or kite shape right now. It looks kind of flat still. So you have the horizon line, right and left vanishing point, vertical front edge of the house, and then you've got 4 construction lines, 2 going to the right vanishing point and 2 going to the left vanishing point, and those are going to represent the top and the bottom of the house structure. The next thing you have are the back farthest edges of this house structure. So on the right side, I've drawn it in as if the farther edge of the house is a little closer in appearance to that front edge on the right, and then I made the left side distance from the distance from the front edge to the left back edge a little bit longer than it is on the right side. You know, just going with the standard kind of ranch style home. So it's kind of looking like a shoebox that you're seeing at eye level right now. That's another thing. Your horizon line is also known as your eye level. Okay. So then what we're going to do is we're going to make 2 construction lines that go from the right back edge to the left vanishing point. And the reason why we're doing this is that we have to establish the inside structure of the house in order to find the center points for walls, which leads to our roof line. So we're going to do the same thing to the left side, and we're going to draw those to the right vanishing point. And it's really important that where these 2 lines crisscross in the back, the ones that come from the right back edge and the ones that come from the left back edge, where those go to their vanishing points, they're going to crisscross each other, and they need to be directly, that crisscrossing point needs to be directly above and below each other, so that you can put in a vertical back edge, something that you can designate for the back wall. So you're basically looking through what looks like a transparent box. It might be kind of hard to see right now. Just try to follow along and double check you're making the correct lines. So put that vertical back edge in. So that's the farthest corner away from you on the opposite side of what's going to be the house. The next thing you need to do is you need to crisscross, like you would maybe in your geometry class. You're going to crisscross this trapezoidal shape on the left, what's the left facing side of the house. So you're going to crisscross from the upper back corner to the lower front corner, and then from the lower back corner to the upper front corner. And where that crisscrosses is going to be the center of that entire area. That's how you find the center of an area, by like a trapezoid shape or a square or rectangle. You can find the center without measuring it by just crisscrossing opposite corners. And do the same thing to the back side as well. So I've popped that in here for you as well. The next step would be to then create vertical lines or posts, kind of, if you will, that are going to represent the height of your roof. Okay, so the front one on this left side, this is the closest one, and the one in the back that goes through the crisscrossing point is going to be farther away. So where you have that front crisscrossing space on the left facing side, you're going to draw a vertical line from the baseline of the house, the left side, up, and bring it up pretty tall. For the effect, you want to bring this line up pretty tall so that you can get a nice angle on the roof line. And then do the same thing to the back. And what's going to happen is as you draw a line from the top of that front post to the right vanishing point, you're going to end up having to either bring the back vertical line up to meet it or erase whatever extra line you have on top. So that this represents the roof line. That's the height of the roof. And then what we're going to do is we're going to draw the two angles of our roof slopes down to the corners of the house. So that represents what the middle of a triangular shape would look like on the house, on a ranch style home, in perspective. So it looks a little bit shorter on one side than it does on the other. And so you want to do the same thing to the back, and I've got this punched in with some orange lines. And that represents if this box was transparent, if this house was transparent, you would be able to see all these lines. So what does that really look like? Well, if I outline the whole thing in black, this shows you the structure of the house as it would appear really in perspective, without having to guess at where to put that post for the slope of the roof, that middle post for the slope of the roof. You find that center, and then it becomes correct in terms of perspective. So how do you do like a chimney? Well, chimneys can be placed in a lot of different places on homes, and so sometimes what we can do is we can put it to where there's like a center family room. So this one's going to be located maybe more towards the middle of the house. So I put a vertical line that, just like the front line of the box of the house, this represents the front edge of the chimney, and then I draw construction lines to the right vanishing points, the same basic principle of making a box, and then I draw construction lines to the left vanishing point, and that establishes the other side of the chimney in perspective. And then you want to figure out how wide you want that chimney to be. So I've got the back short edge, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically match the slope of the roof, this upper slope of the roof. I'm going to put my ruler against it and then make sure that the line that I put on the chimney here is going to match the slope of the roof. And that's basically what you have for the house. And what you can do is you can then add in like mountains and trees or foliage and some sky, and then even pop in some grass, and there you have it. So anyway, rewind this, watch it all the way through a couple times before trying it, and see how it works for you. Okay, good luck.